Did you want to put your Predator background up, Phil? Or?
I thought we could just get past the introductions and bam, I'll put it up.
Oh, nice. He's got a plan.
If you want.
Bam. No, it's good. I like it.
Bam. Bam. Sure.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Primarily Critical of Movies at an After Party. This would be it.
If you have not seen this film, we suggest that you do so before listening and watching any further.
Because we've got spoilers, trivia, and opinions like crazy, and we cannot wait to share them.
Good, bad, new, old, weird, or gross.
We will pass judgment on them all.
Today, there is always somebody bigger. My name is Steve, and I'm here with
Phil
and John.
Today we're talking about The Predator, and I picked it. Dun, dun,
yes,
dun.
You did.
Thank you, Phil, for the reveal. That's
wow.
Yeah.
You know, it's a high budget show, so we got special effects like crazy. And we can't wait to share them. Like
No,
this.
Like this. This is film number 4 in the Predator series. The first one was I have no idea about the years, but the first one was Predator. Second one,
I think that was 1987.
Predator 2 was I don't know when that was released.
1990.
And then Predators
2010.
2010. And then now this one. I've seen them all, but not recently.
Now, wasn't there Alien versus Predator? Wasn't that?
They're like spit-off movies.
It's like 2.
There's 2 of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
so this was not a remake of the original.
No.
Completely different story.
It is, but
pretty different.
It's supposed to all be tied together. Like it's a continuation of the storyline of the Predator. The first one, as you know, was starred Arnie, and it was Arnold, and it was on Earth, right? It was in the jungle. I forget where, South America, something like that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and they're being hunted by the Predator.
Yeah,
right.
And they have no idea what the hell it is. And
that's right.
So further in this movie, they do know, like the powers that be in America have the technology, and they actually got one of the Predators. Mm-hmm. They captured one of them. They know about the previous times he came. This alien came to Earth, right?
Yeah.
From the previous 3 movies or whatever.
Yeah, there's a government.
Thus, you see the scene where they have the stuff in the cases, right?
Yeah.
There's a government agency.
Yeah, the Men in Black.
I think Steve's freezing up.
They're
lost Steve.
The Men in Black. They play.
Come back to us, Steve.
Come back, Steve.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Oh man,
can you hear me now?
Poor guy. He gets a new camera and everything, and still.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yes.
You're coming back slowly.
You're still.
There you go.
Your face is frozen on the screen as far as I see it, but yeah.
Okay. Anyway, there's a lot of Men in Black in the movie that they're kind of the bad guys. You know what I mean? No? Yes?
No? Oh, the agency?
The Men in Black.
You're talking about the government, whoever they are, right?
Yeah.
I suppose. I guess they want to do whatever they have to do to save Earth.
Did you catch that, Phil? No, no, me either. Okay, well, I think he's talking about. Okay, I think he's talking about. This leads to one of my questions too: is who is these guys that are after, like, that are? What government agency is that's trying to track down this Predator?
Stargazer.
Yeah, they're like the Men in Black, I guess, right? I think Steve was saying,
like, special government
agency to go. like they say when they go out and get that scientist, Casey Brackett, right? She's like brought in. You like to look at the stars or something. They say to her, and they bring her into this underground bunker or whatever, and it's like they've known about the predator for a while now. The species.
What they call
Stargazer Corp.
Stargazer Corp. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you're back.
Not corp, but like core. I guess is. I think it's like a chapter of the government or chapter of the military.
Yeah.
Oh, well, for sure.
This is okay. I'm just going to come out here, guys. I thought this movie was awful. I thought I thought it was awful.
It's not a great movie. No, it's not the best in the series. The first one's the best, and after that first one, it's kind of like all become like just kind of silly.
Yeah, and the cheesy one-liners and stuff. I mean, this is written for like 14-year-old boys. You know, I mean, it's just
sure. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
You know, I liked the movie. I very much liked the movie.
Okay.
I felt like it was. I liked what they had. I liked how they did it, but I felt it was a little bit too busy.
Yeah, it didn't need to be busy. This. They make the movie complicated when it really doesn't need to be that complicated. The first movie was pretty straightforward, right? It was just these group of people, soldiers, were being hunted, and they had to survive. This one really got a little too busy, and you're right. I like the idea, the concept that the human evolution, this autistic child, is the evolution of our
being.
It's kind of neat idea.
It is a neat idea.
It's a neat idea, but at the same time, it feeds into the idea that like AI and aliens and stuff are emotionless, right? Because Asperger's and autistic people they tend to be more mentally driven. Boy, I'm going to get in trouble. I better watch what I'm saying here. But all I'm just saying is that I'm not. I should just shut up. Never mind.
You know, I was pleasantly surprised at the end of the movie when they started killing everybody, because I was thinking, oh man, they're gonna make us fall in love with these guys on the bus, and then they're gonna somehow all miraculously survive, right? But but no, then they started.
We lost everyone.
We lost everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of felt like I liked that group of people in the movie, the actors. It was fun. It felt like the A-Team or something, because they're all the misfits, and like they're the guys.
You know, it's funny.
It was the A-Team.
That's exactly what my wife said. This reminds me of the A-Team.
But unlike the A-Team, they all die and get in horrible ways.
Yeah, some of the ways they die was like.
Yeah, but that's the Predator.
I thought the pilot was going to survive to fly the alien ship. I thought for sure, but no.
Oh, they didn't go there, but they didn't even leave the Earth. They were trying to stop it from leaving the Earth. And that one, what his name, Nebraska, jumps into the propeller of this alien ship.
Jumps into the engine.
But
that was awesome.
For me, this movie just got really stupid and dumb when they had the alien dog. The Predator has two dogs, and just come on. And then one of them befriends the scientists and befriends the group. You know?
After suffering brain damage or something.
I know, with no explanation.
It's just silly. It's really silly.
It's just silly. It
felt like
one word. Stupid is another word, right? I mean,
Scooby-Doo meets the A-Team.
Yeah, that's exactly. Scooby-Doo meets the A-Team.
Yeah.
It was awful. Then they have this Tourette's guy. And he's saying these vulgar things. I had to write this one down. At one point, he says, "Fuck me in the face with an aardvark."
That was probably the best line in the movie.
Probably.
Hey, I had fun with this movie. I think it's all just fun. But don't try to get serious with these movies. Exactly. You're going to say that kind of shit. You're going to put an alien predator dog and all this stuff. Don't try to get heavy with me all of a sudden.
Right.
Just have fun. Because
wow. Yeah. Eat My Pussy. That was another one.
You're quoting. I quote.
Yeah, I quote: "Eat my pussy, fuck me in the face with an aardvark." This is, yeah,
That's some high quality stuff.
this is quality stuff here. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So there's a point where we get to see what the aliens see, right? And there's like digital readouts of where everyone is and how far away they are, their heat signatures and all that stuff. Now they covered that in the first movie, but they were very careful to distinguish between when the alien was wearing the helmet and when the alien was not wearing the helmet, right? You remember that from the first movie?
Oh yeah,
No, I
sure.
don't.
But in this movie, the alien always had, regardless of whether it had the helmet on or not, he had his heat signatures and he had his digital readouts and he had his little targeting retinas and.
So the helmet really only had like blasters on the side. That was the only need for the helmet.
Yeah, in this version of the movie, and I didn't like that. I thought.
No. Here's the thing. Sorry, guys. The one thing this movie does shed more light about the who these guys are, the Predators, right? They go around the galaxy, however they do it, and they take DNA from all the trophies or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And then they take the best parts, and they've discovered that there's human DNA in this Predator. So there's an evolution. And so maybe they got implants and they got all sorts of gadgets since the first movie, right? So anything's possible, right? They don't need the helmet. They're really superior, and all they like to do, we never know about what a life they must lead back at the home planet of the Predators, right? They're just what do they do? Just keep fighting constantly? They're just fighting all day. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I have quite a few comic books that get into the history of the Predators, and they have a proper name and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is the Men in Black or the Stargazer Corps, they explain that the aliens are betting the humans kill themselves off, right?
Okay, yes.
So the aliens are coming here and harvesting our DNA because we are going to kill ourselves very soon with our pollution. And I thought that was a very interesting nod, Oh, maybe we shouldn't.
Very realistic, probably.
very, very realistic. Maybe we shouldn't be stupid, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So what were they going to do with this kid? If they got the kid, they're going to take his DNA and evolve from him? They don't really explain a lot.
I mean, the thing is, they'd only need his DNA. All they need is like a little bit of him, right? They don't need take him.
They were going to take him, but maybe they have ways of turning him into one. We never get to. I would like to go back to the home planet of the Predators, and maybe you know more about this, Steve, about the backstory to these guys, because they're just assholes, right?
Well, they
are to us.
They're trophy hunters.
Hunters.
They have these big ships in space. I haven't seen their home world in a comic book form. Now I do understand that they if you're familiar with aliens, they like to seed planets with aliens and then go and hunt them.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
Because the aliens go and they start spreading like wildfire, right? And the Predators go and clean it up for fun.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened in the Aliens versus Predators. The aliens were already on Earth, just waiting to be like released, and it was some kind of a rite of passage for the Predator. They had to go back and fight the alien to get their whatever.
Get the trophy. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, but here's the thing.
Let me understand this. I want to back up and reiterate what Steve said. You're saying that the aliens go around trying to plant their seeds on the planets, and Predators are there to stop that.
Oh no! The
No, oh.
predators, these trophy hunters,
Mhm.
they take the alien eggs on purpose and they send it to planets.
Oh.
And then and then the eggs hatch, the aliens
Uh-huh.
take over and they start killing everybody, and then the predators come in, not as like to be heroes, but to like
Hunt
to hunt and have fun.
for
Okay, and
competitions.
so they
Yeah,
just want they use the aliens for a purpose.
yeah.
And once the aliens are done, they actually have no use for the aliens anymore now. Then they come in and kill them off too, or
yeah, well, they kill them off. They still have some eggs, right? They always make sure to have eggs so they can
I
send
see.
them off to other planets.
Right.
But here's
Interesting.
the thing
Okay.
about all the Predator
Thank you for
movies.
clarifying that.
No
Yeah,
problem.
thanks for clarifying this silly concept. Okay, no matter what the Predators do and how good they are with all their technology and they got cloaking devices and as they show in every movie, it's kind of a cliche. That's always their thing, right? Oh, he's invisible. And the human, the kind of neat twist is the human, the main guy, Quinn McKinnon, he gets the invisibility cloak or whatever.
Yeah, it's
And
like a little pebble,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
invisibility pebble.
yeah, and they also the arm thing, right? And they use some of the alien equipment or the predators equipment, and but the whole thing is every movie the same thing happens. The humans always beat them. The humans always beat them back or save the day, and it come on, but that's
I
Well,
agree. That it's complete. I mean, humans beat one of them. In this case, there was two of them, right?
yeah,
And one of them wasn't even actually really against humans, right? It was only the big guy that was actually really against the humans. Is that true?
yeah.
that's right.
He was supposed to be
Yeah.
the badassest of the badasses. So he came back to Earth to go hunt down that predator, right?
So why
Yeah.
do they always just send one? Like,
Well,
haven't they learned if you're going to go to Earth, bring at least five.
yeah,
Bring a group.
true.
Well, Phil said it. It's a rite of passage. I mean, they do this for sport, not necessity.
Okay.
But I think they're alluding to at the end of the movie that Earth is going to be invaded in full force at some point because,
Oh yeah,
right? And at the very end of the movie, there's a gift from the Predator to the powers that be. They're the, what do you call them, stargazers, underground men in black guys. And he gets this new tool. It's a Predator suit, right?
Oh, this just reminds
at the
me
very end.
At the very end.
Yeah.
And then it was the perfect ending for the cheesiness of the whole movie. What does he say? I hope they have it in a 42 long, right? Like it was just, that was awful. It wasn't even funny. It was just a stupid one line,
Yeah. And what that tells you is that if there's a sequel, there'll probably be some kind of like, oh, get ready. A whole bunch of Predators are coming now. So
yeah. This movie they started making it before Disney bought Fox, and now that Disney bought Fox, Disney now owns Predator, and there's a big question mark above the franchise. It says,
goodness, man.
is this Disney's bag? Is this
No.
their deal? Right? Is this family friendly? But I think they might relaunch it. I think there's enough of a fan base there that says they want this monster in a movie.
Yeah.
More than one, and I'm pretty sure Disney will supply that.
Yeah, the whole thing, this whole franchise was built on extreme violence and the R-rated kind of quality. I don't know if the first one was, but I cannot see a Disney version of this working. You just can't have this type of character, villain, or whatever. It's like a horror movie, part sci-fi thing. Right?
Yes, it's exactly like a horror movie. The same way Gremlins was a horror movie, right?
Yeah, but they PG'd that one, right? They alluded to really graphic things, but they never really showed it to the extent. So, I don't know. Maybe they could pull it off, but
well, I mean, okay. The only way I could see the Predators movies getting worse is if you actually remove the violent content. So, um, what's
Yeah.
left? I mean, what's left?
Yeah,
A bunch of
what's left?
one-liners and
yeah. What's
you know,
left? Yeah.
They should add nudity.
yeah, they need to add something to this.
They
movie,
need to
not
add
take something away.
yeah.
Predator nudity?
exactly.
How come there isn't a
Not
predator?
predator
woman?
nudity.
Yeah, no one wants to see predators naked, man. That's not.
Hey, where are the females of their species? They
Well, how do you know
that's
they're
a-
not female?
Maybe they're unisex.
Maybe.
Maybe they're eunuchs. Is that the term?
Yeah.
No.
Eunuch? Yeah. Well, no, eunuch is
Asexual.
where
Asexual.
there you go. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe they just spontaneously split into two people.
Right.
They seem to have a real beef with each other. I wonder what their story is back home. Like, yeah, you know.
I
Well,
can I can lend you the comics if you want.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you know more than we do. So
if I'm understanding this, though, the small predator wanted to come and save humanity, right?
yeah, it seemed like he had a mission, and he was trying to escape, right? So
Well, yeah, maybe that particular predator didn't feel like they're I don't know what you want to
he's
call
the vegan of their species.
it. Maybe he felt that there's a certain amount of purity in being the predator race that they once were. I don't know.
Oh, who knows? I'm sure they have power struggles just like back here on Earth. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So let's turn around. We're the predators. Okay. Now, what's our motives to go to save an alien race? Right? Who do we know of, like, the political popular figures that would want to be like no, we got to go there. I got to go there to save them, because if we do what we're going to do, we're going to destroy them. So that certainly wouldn't be Donald Trump going there.
Well,
Yeah.
if
John Travolta, maybe.
if we ever get to a point where
Yeah.
driving around planet to planet is like jumping in a car,
Yeah.
then anybody and everybody could say, "Oh, I'm feeling very benevolent or giving. I'll just jump in my
Right.
car and head on over there, try and save them."
Sure. They're a do-gooder. Right?
Yeah,
we got do-gooders,
we
right?
do.
Someone that's like, I can't believe people are going to do that. I got to stop this.
I gotta go
Right?
chain myself to that tree.
Right.
Yeah.
Same thing.
yeah,
Sure.
a pacifist activist predator.
Right. So the short predator was like a tree hugger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Well, he didn't make.
I'll buy that for $1.
Okay.
He didn't save that tree.
No, and what we killed the tree hugger, right?
Yeah.
No, the other predator did, right?
Oh, no,
Yeah. The guy ripped his head off.
In every predator movie, there's got to be the spine rip out. You got to have it. You got to have it. You got to have cloaking, invisibility, and you got to have the green blood. It's all cliche by now.
It's all like cliche.
It's its own cliche of a movie, but
let's see.
I don't know.
It's fun.
I mean, this stuff is not for me. These are kind of movies, and I know there's a bunch of these kind of movies out there. They've always been garbage to me. So I really shouldn't be putting much opinion on this, because I know there's people out there that love this.
But did you enjoy the first one at least?
No.
No. Okay. Well, then you probably wouldn't like the next ones, right? Why would it get better?
All right, I have a question. Now it's happened very quickly, but did you guys see how Traeger, the Man in Black bad guy,
Sterling K.
you
Brown,
see how he died?
Yes, I had to slow it down and watch it a couple times because it happened so fast.
It happened fast.
It's ridiculously how fast. Because I thought, Steve and John, how did that guy die? Like, and I combed over the footage, and he's wearing some of the alien Predators tech, and he shoots his own head.
He shoots his own head off. Yeah.
And it's
Did
so
you catch
quick.
that, John?
No, I did not catch this. No.
Okay. The Traeger, the main Men in Black guy, played by Sterling Brown. He was wearing the alien tech, and the gun went to shoot the Predator, and it shot his own head off.
Yeah.
Wow.
It happened like that. It was like literally one cut to him, boom, dead, and that was it. That's no more talk about him. It was just it.
Yeah. Now this guy is Sterling Brown or what's his name?
Traeger.
Yeah.
Traeger. He was a jerk, right? I mean, the way he talked to the kid, it was. I can't remember. I remember making a mental note. You don't talk to a child like that.
No, he's clearly the asshole human of the movie, and there always is that guy in these movies, right? He's the guy that gets shit done. He doesn't care how
he doesn't care.
He gets it done.
He's a jackass. Total jackass.
Yeah.
Should we get into this trivia?
I think so. I don't know much more I got to say about this.
All right. So, although no mention is made in the movie, the character Kays, played by Jake Busey, is the son of Peter Kays, the government official from Predator 2 who died during the hunt for the Predator. Peter Kays was played by Gary Busey, who is Jake's father in real life as well. I love that. That was awesome.
He plays a scientist when they're in that underground lab.
Yeah.
And that's about the extent of his character because he gets offed. The whole place gets done in.
And they didn't. And all he did was share a last name with a previous movie where a character was played by his dad, and I love that. I love that when that happens.
Yeah,
that was kind of cool. I like that too.
I like the original Predator cast was fun, man. They had Jesse Ventura, they had Carl Weathers, I think was in it. Or was it? I mean, mixing up.
Oh, that's Predator 1. He's talking about Predator 2. Predator 2 stars Danny Glover.
Danny Glover. So he's in Predator 2 is okay.
And it's in during an LA heat wave.
Yeah. Of course they're going to have sequels. I mean, the first one was a big hit, right? So I'm surprised it stretched over like 20, 35 years now. It's been...
Yeah, it's been a crazy long time.
I'll take the next trivia here. The film was directed and co-written by Shane Black as a sequel to Predator 1987, Predator 2 1990, and The Predators 2010. Shane Black played Hawkins in the original film. Wow.
You didn't
I can't tell you who Hawkins is, but do you recall, Steve?
I do. I recall. And it was a lot of people were very excited about Shane Black coming back to direct this movie because he was directly linked to the first movie, right? So they thought he was going to be the man to do it. I really think it could have gone better for him, but I mean, I'm not going to say he messed it up. I mean, I that scratched an itch for me.
Okay, so for you though, as a fan, like you say, you enjoy the Predator movies, right?
Yeah.
Or okay, this one does fall short of your like of other ones.
Yeah, I liked the first one very much. I liked the third one, Predators, and I felt like they let it breathe a little bit. You know, there wasn't just another thing to look at, and another thing, and another thing, and another thing. You said like this is the situation, and then here's the music.
Let tension build a little bit.
Let tension build. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it got too complicated for its own good. The movie got a little too busy for what it needed to be, right?
But, I'm nitpicking. I've never made a movie before.
I hear what you're saying. Like, I'm a big fan of the Terminator series, but it's gotten really bad. I mean, I really anticipated Terminator Salvation. That was like the fourth in the series, and it was disappointing. And, you know, and then they kept making more of them, and it just stop. So I don't know. Do you want more Predator after this one, there, Steve? Do you want more?
I would probably go see more. Yeah.
All right.
Well, okay. So no, but this one ends with the humans have been given a Predator suit, right?
Oh yeah.
So that kind of opens a whole new realm of Predator stuff. Now it goes into Iron Man almost kind of thing with the suit that gives you powers, right?
Maybe the humans could replicate it and have like an army ready for the Predators or something, right? That's kind of...
Yeah, you know, honestly, that whole Predator suit thing, it does fall into the last piece of trivia here.
All right.
Oh,
But John, the third one, please.
okay, the third one. Okay. When the Predator grabs its mask from the display case, the original Predator mask from the 1987 movie is briefly seen right next to it.
Yes. I remember seeing it. I was like, "Oh, that's the one. That's the one I
That's the
fell in
one.
love with." I knew that. So after the success of Iron Man 3, Shane Black, who directed it, was approached by 20th Century Fox with an Iron Man 3 sized budget to direct a new Predator movie. And he could not resist. So
And this is
Shane,
what we got.
this is what we got. So
Yeah.
Shane Black is coming right off the heels of Iron Man 3. And he makes the Predator, and he ends it with a power suit.
Yeah.
Man,
Is that not in the comic or the comic, Steve? Is there any direction that, or is this totally made up for the movie?
Oh, this is totally made up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's definite nods to some of the literature, and I don't remember reading anything about the Predators changing their own DNA. In the comic books.
Yeah. Well, you know,
but I mean, I do know that in the comics, there's predators who are assholes, and there's predators who are kind of like purist trophy hunters, and there's varying degrees of that, and they're all very solo, and unless they have like a small kill team of about 3 of them.
Yeah. So 6 movies, including the spin-off movies, you don't really know much about these goddamn Predator people. They never talk much. They're just basically sport hunter enthusiast assholes come and kick our ass every so often. Come to Earth and kick our ass, but we kick their ass. It's like
yeah, we kick their ass.
Yeah.
All right.
I just want to just reiterate a little bit more of that. I think this movie, if it wasn't for the cheesy one-liners and that type of humor, the brand of humor did not fit with what was going on. You know what I mean? Like, you think back to the first one, and while I wasn't a huge fan of the first one either, at least there was actual, like, real moments of tension where, like, oh my God, right? But this one, because you had this ridiculousness going on constantly with these, the cheesy one-liners just take you right out of it. It just takes you out of, like, it makes you realize you're watching a movie as opposed to, like, you don't feel that tension and stuff.
Those one-liners are definitely in the first movie, but the first movie is paced a lot more with more tension. It's there's less characters and nonsense going on. It's focused on the jungle and that alone, right?
Yeah, there's even a few shots where it's like really beautiful, you know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's a superior movie. It's the first movie. It's a lot like a lot of movies that have had tons of sequels after it. The original was the best. And
so we had A-Team and mixed with, what was the other thing you threw in there?
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo. I think you should also throw One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest in there, right? So you mash all 3 of those things together, and this is what you get, you know?
Yeah. Well, the first movie had this whole war movie too, right?
Yeah.
Like it was like kind of in Nam. I think it was in Nam.
Well,
and
not on like the how this movie started with they're on a co-op mission. They're on a mission.
Yeah.
And they're trying to take out drug dealers or something, and then all of a sudden the ship crashes.
It all goes sideways, man.
Yeah. Anyways, this is the kind of movie where if it comes on streaming service, hey, I'll watch it, but I wouldn't go out and pay money to watch it beyond what I pay for Netflix. Right?
I feel robbed. Yeah.
you didn't pay to rent it though, right? It was on
no, this one thank God, no, I didn't. Yeah.
It's not his cup of tea, and I get it.
No, it's not. I know.
I'm not even going to try.
There's going to be somebody that's going to listen to this who is a real hardcore Predator fan and just going to hate that John guy he's the biggest idiot in primary.
John guy.
I'm not going to put up a fight to try to convince you of this movie. It's just silly fun. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Steve.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's the Predator.
All right.
We're coming to a close here. Primarily Critical. Thank you for joining us this week. Tune in next week, Monday at noon. We're coming back at you with what is it now? We got Less Than Zero. Now we're revisiting.
The first time ever, folks.
An older movie that we've already went to with Anthony and John and myself. So check
That's
that
how
out.
long we've been doing this podcast, folks.
That's
that we've come around to a movie that we've done before.
We're doing it again. We're gonna try and do a better job than we did last time, or maybe we'll compliment the previous one. Who knows?
It's true. You never know.
You should listen to both and then let us know how you feel.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be great. And I like the glasses, dear Phil. primaryclinical.com, and we'll see you then. We'll see you later.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.